All right, girls, hello. We are going to catch up with the girl, watch some of her videos that we've missed here. Just thought I'd go live out of nowhere, because why not? Why would I schedule it? I'm not good at this, right? Just winging it, just having a good time here on YouTube. And hopefully people join me. I'll be here if they feel like it. I'll be here if they don't feel like it. And you can watch it later if you don't catch it live, but I'm going to do it live. So here we go. Oh, hi, Miranda. I guess there's some Beck drama. I'd stay away from Kiwi Farm, so I don't know about that. But I will definitely talk about Big right now. Let's see. Let me pop her up there for you. All right. This is, I was a controlling girlfriend, and maybe I am the problem, which she definitely is, but there's no way she actually admits to it, because we all know better than that.
Hello, hello. Welcome to a new Let's Talk, episode 2. I enjoyed episode 1, so I...
What? Oh, boy. Great. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks for that.
I'm going to enjoy this one as well. This is literally like a Q&A on steroids. So we're just going to like hop right into it. So let's get into sweet and sour. This is where I am taking a random YouTube generator comment picker, and I'm going to be going to my last Let's Talk episode and choosing random comments from there, and then we're...
Because she doesn't read the comments, you guys. She would have no idea to know what we put.
We're going to read them together, so let's do it. Hot Dog Pasta said, I wouldn't exactly call you clever. ... Cringe? Absolutely, but never clever. Well, we can agree to disagree. Lena XX575 said, how do you even masturbate? You can't even reach there.
Gross.
Whoa.
Also true, but gross.
Whoa, are you in my bed with me? I absolutely can. Trust that. CSF801 said, it is also giving fatphobic. Like, she thinks being fat is inherently ugly, but we are the ones being fatphobic. ... I have always been about... ... about body positivity. One of my celebrity crushes is Tess Holliday. I have been very vocal about that. And she is plus size. She is what people call fat. But to me, she is so attractive, literally stunning. I do not think fat is ugly. But for me, I think I'm ugly a lot.
Yes.
I have a random day here and there where I'm like, ooh, she cute. But besides that, I think I'm ugly. That's a personal problem. That's not about anyone else. K Lady Son 89 said, I just graduated with my master's and landed my dream job at 36. It's never too late to be who you want to be. That is freaking amazing. Congratulations. And that is like motivation and inspiration for all the people who are in their 30s and they feel like it's too late. Because trust me, I have felt that way multiple times, but you proved that it's not. So congrats. Lexi Varanda.
Yeah, because she's a person who actually did something, unlike you.
And 6708 said, I don't have Instagram. I feel like I miss out on so much. Well, you got picked for the random comment, so it looks like you're not missing out on much. All right, now we're about to do Sippin' Community.
Oh, right, I forget. I forgot that all of these sections have a clever quote-unquote name.
Where every single Monday, I post, y'all ask me questions for my next Let's Talk on my community tab on YouTube. So I can go through, scroll through, we can have a conversation, I can answer some of your questions, so let's get into it. Why do you not think you are the problem in every failed relationship you've had? I'm fully aware that I am the problem in some. I am not the problem at all. And where I am the problem, I have admitted to that ad nauseum. I just think that people...
There's ad nauseum again. She's said that at least once in every video for the past, 4 videos, and I'm 3 behind, so it's probably going to be even more than that when I watch these next 2 videos. This is absolutely something she's just learned from a new person that she's talking to on the internet. No question.
People villainize me so much that they're not able to see that there's also other people in the equation who also are a problem.
But you're the only person who is in every equation, you dum-dum. That's called a common denominator, and it is you, and you're the one who's been dumped every time.
How can you expect people to believe things you say when you've been caught lying multiple times? People think I'm lying about things that I am 100% truthful on, and it's...
Well, that's weird. People who are truthful all the time usually don't have to upload videos with titles like, confessing the things I've lied about, which you've done 4 times.
Exhausting at this point. Even when I prove something, people are still like, oh, she's lying. So it's like, even if I have proof, no matter what I say, people will believe what they want. But if people think I'm nothing but a liar, then why are you watching? Have I lied to protect people that I love and care about? Yes, I have. But when it comes to me,
See, she's a martyr, you guys.
I don't give a fuck. I literally have nothing to lose at this point. Do you ever get tired of talking about yourself constantly? Have you ever considered a hobby
Well, she gets tired doing anything.
outside obsessing about yourself? I do. I get so tired of talking about myself, but like this is my job, so I have to do that. But genuinely, I'm having a struggle bus of a time even doing my weekly vlog this week because like I literally just do not want to talk about myself. But I set up the schedule and I'm trying to keep it
But she does it for us, you guys.
for you guys. As for hobbies, I have so many hobbies. I am a hobby girly and I go through a lot of like fixations. That's just how I've always been. But one thing that someone cannot say about me is Amberlynn doesn't have hobbies and that she needs to get one because I definitely do. Probably too many hobbies. Please clear up this rumor that you have
Like gluing garbage in a journal and doing Lego for no reason.
never done follow-up care post-hysterectomy. You can literally just go back and look at the vlogs because I filmed a lot of my cancer journey. Of course, there's a lot that I kept out. But when I would have a CT scan follow-up, I would be vlogging. I'd be like, yeah, I just had my CT scan. Here how it went. Like when I was vlogging, I'd be like, yeah, I just had my CT scan. Here's how it went. I'm really nervous, etc., etc. Like I gave a lot of updates. I have always done the follow-ups for my cancer. I have always done the follow-ups after my hysterectomy. That is something that I did not mess with. Why do you always start beef with your partner's mothers? There was no beef, as you call it, between Tommy's mom and me or Feline's mom and me, Crystal's mom and me. I'm not going to get into the whole Beck and
Crystal's mom definitely did not like you. But I agree there was no like actual palpable recorded beef. But there's no way Crystal's mom didn't just hate your guts.
Destiny, like the mom situation between that. But yeah, there was some rough stuff going on there. But at the end of the day, there was also a lot of love. And I have proof of that. Why do you think all of your relationships end up failing? I'm only going to speak on my side of things, definitely because I don't know how to regulate. I get too extreme, too attached, too obsessed, for a lack of a better word. I'm extremely sensitive and I have had controlling habits in the past. All right, now we're on to the interview.
Great.
And this is where you can go to my Instagram and send me a voice memo asking any question that you want. So my Instagram is Hectic Amby, which you will see right here. If you don't have the option to send me a voice memo, send me a little microphone emoji and I will accept your
Emoji
request so you can then send me the voice memo. So I am choosing at random. I will be choosing old voice memos from last week and I'll be choosing new ones as well. So you always have a chance to be picked. So it's not like, oh, you sent me one weeks ago, you might not get picked. It's always going to be completely at random.
Okay, so my question is, if you could choose one reaction channel to eliminate, not from live, from YouTube, from talking about you, they voluntarily choose to stop talking about you, who would it be and why? And I feel like it would be Snowflake, but tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh my god, you know, that's actually a really freaking good question. More than likely, I would choose Snowflake or the Ankle because they're the two that take really serious situations that have happened to me in my life.
She doesn't understand that when she does things like this, she's just directing more people to their channel. Like she's giving them attention.
And they say that I'm lying about it. Or they take situations and they make it into something like huge and massive that isn't even real.
You're huge and massive.
And they plant a label on me that is damaging and completely false. I don't mind a reaction channel. Nitpick all you want. Like, I really don't care. But when it comes to like the deeper shit, like that should just be left alone.
Hey Amberlynn, this is my third attempt at this voice note. I'm going to try my best not to swear either. I've been watching This Is Some Context for like 7+ years. I also have BPD. I've done some very bad things in my life, which I regret. I've changed, etc.
I genuinely relate to that.
And sometimes
She relates to doing terrible things. Imagine that.
it's really hard because I think you're a very likable person, but you also
What?
Thank you.
do really messed up stuff. I guess like what I'm trying to get at is I want to really believe that you regret those things and you want to change because, you know, I know how hard it can be. And I think my question would be like, if you could change one thing, like one situation in your life that you think has steered you in the wrong direction, what would you have changed and where do you think you could be in life now had you acted differently or done something differently, or maybe you wouldn't change anything? I don't know.
Normally,
Losing your cat.
when people ask this question, it's very much like, what do you wish wouldn't have happened to you that would make your life different now? But I took your question as like, what do you wish you wouldn't have done? If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Well, that was exactly what the person said. So
But that's kind of what I got out of it. And for me, it's without a doubt the controlling nature that I had with Beck. Like sometimes I look back at it and I'm just like, wow, I regret that with every single part of me.
Wow, I can't believe I actually get to talk to you. Hi.
Hello.
And you are right when you say people who publicly
I just heard your kitty.
leave you good
Great.
comments do get bashed. Because I am one of them,
Oh,
but I don't care when people say nasty things to me. It doesn't bother me.
I feel bad about it because it's like people don't deserve that. I'm glad that you have that like
I legitimately never see these positive comments. I just do not. I know when she post her TikToks, there's a lot of positive comments there, but that's a combination of people who don't actually know who she is, or just trolls.
Strong nature about you, but it's just like, I feel horrific because some people don't have that strength, you know? Okay, let me keep listening, sorry.
But my question for you is, what is one thing that you have said out loud to the public that you wish you could have taken back? Or maybe one thing you have done that you wish you could have taken back? And by the way, I love you. Please don't ever stop making videos and always ignore the haters.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love you too. So I think one
You are 34 doing that heart hand thing.
thing that I wish I would have never shared was the abusive relationship that I was in when I was a teenager. Without a doubt, I wish I would have never, ever vocalized that.
Okay.
Well, you did say the wrong word.
Hey, Amberlynn.
Hello, hello.
This is Kate. You can totally keep my name in the video. Because shout out to my friends, Miranda, Jesse, Annie, Sarah.
The handsomest man. This is not a bully-free zone. It's fine.
We all love watching you so much.
YouTube's absolutely going to take me down at some point because I don't care.
Also, me and my husband Stefan love watching you.
Aww.
Okay, to the question. I know we are not dating anyone right now. Fuck all of these girls.
Language.
But
Fuck 'em all.
If you had
Gross.
to describe your dream date, what would it be? Where would you go? Tell me everything.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go into like a fairy tale land. Okay. What it would look like is like we're in Vegas and
How did you get there? On a plane? Because you didn't get on a plane.
my stamina is better. So like we're going to take that out of the equation. Okay. So we're in Vegas and maybe we're doing a little bit of casino this and maybe just like walking around and doing a little adventure this. And there's just lots of flirting and there's lots of like touching and there's a lot of laughter.
It's outrageous that she thinks she's this adventurous spirit. Prove it. Like, do anything ever, once, ever.
Chemistry, and then there's like dinner and you're like sitting and talking, getting to know each other, and you're doing the googly eyes, and then afterwards maybe you go get a drink somewhere, and again there's more just like hot passion. If you know, you know. And then after that maybe there's like a hotel, or we go back to, well, yeah, it would be a hotel because I don't live in Vegas. I don't think the person I'm dating lives in Vegas. So there would be a hotel. We go back there and there's more
So
googly
quirky.
eyes, laughter, getting to know each other, and then you know what goes down. I don't know. I'm very just like
So you got a hotel room with someone you're just getting to know? That's your fantasy scenario? Okay.
laid back. I just want to have
Sounds reasonable and safe.
fun. I love going out, doing things, and I genuinely feel like I just described my most recent relationship. That's weird. Besides, we weren't in Vegas, but regardless, that's my real authentic answer, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Hi, Amberlynn. I'm currently in university getting my degree in English, and I was wondering, if you went back to college, what would you want to study?
Well, that's awesome. Congrats to you. You're gonna do great. For me, I definitely would study psychology because I have always been very interested in the human mind. I like to
You can't read standard English. You think you're gonna be able to make it through the words that are gonna be in psychology textbooks?
know, why do we do these things? Why is our brains like this? Tell
Why is our brains like this? Reads all the time.
me more. Like when I was going to college, psychology was my all-time favorite class.
Hi, Amberlynn. I'm messaging from Scotland in the UK.
Wow.
And my question is, why do you think everyone believes everything that Beck has to say? Because I don't believe any of it. I believe you.
Oh my god, the tea. Damn, girl. It's just easier. It's just more fun. It's more entertainment. People want to see me in a bad light.
Okay, so I do want to believe everything Beck says because it is more fun, but also, we had, 3 years of watching you with Beck? And based on what we saw, the things that Beck is saying align with what we saw, and the things you say do not. So that's why we believe it. It's not that hard of an equation to figure out. No, we don't have the whole story. We didn't have the whole story then, we don't have the whole story now. But we had part of it that you showed us, and we have part of it that she's telling us, and those two things fit together.
So in any way that they can do that, they're going to do that. And that includes believing anyone that comes out against me, even if it's hogwash. And honestly, I feel like sometimes
Hogwash is the other word she's picked up from whoever this internet girlfriend is.
people don't even believe Beck, but they just say they do just to continue the narrative that Amberlynn is the most awful person in the whole entire world. But I just want to say thank you, and also thank everyone else who doesn't fall into that trap. All right, you guys, now it's time for Tea or Tale.
Great.
This is going to be a time for me to address rumors that I see floating around the community. I'm going to either tell you, yes, that's tea, or no,
Oh, that's weird. How does she see these rumors when she doesn't watch reaction channels or read the comments or go to the Facebook groups or the subreddit. It's really strange how she finds these things.
Oh, that's tail. Amberlynn has not been diagnosed with BPD because she said in her live stream that the psychologist told her she needs to see a specialist. So I was seeing a psychologist for about 9 months, and it was around the 8-month mark where I was finally diagnosed with BPD. So when I expressed that psychologist said I need to see a specialist, it is because they wanted me to heal from BPD, and they did not work with BPD patients in that way. Yes, I was absolutely diagnosed. It's just the psychologist who diagnosed me didn't specialize in BPD. When you are diagnosed with BPD, you do not have to be diagnosed by a person who specializes in it, but to heal from it and to do therapy for it, it is better to see someone who specializes for it. So that is what I meant. So obviously that is tail. When the AirPod is in Amberlynn's ear, that means she is in a relationship. That is obviously tail because that doesn't even make sense. Because if you go back and look at vlogs when I was in a relationship with Feline, I either had the Beats headphones, I had an AirPod in my ear at all times. Literally, that is genuinely just because I don't like the silence. I always have to be listening to something. Amberlynn is an alcoholic. Tail, 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 and a very offensive one at that. Just because I have 2 or 3 White Claws
I don't think anyone has accused you of being an alcoholic.
once a week during a live stream does not make me an alcoholic. When I go on my live stream, I genuinely feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends. So does that mean people who are like out having fun with their friends or even just in their home a couple times a week, they just have a couple drinks just to feel a little buzz? Does that make them an alcoholic? No. I have voiced my concerns with alcohol in the past, and I'm telling you, it is not like that. The only time I drink is when I am on live stream, and I didn't even drink last night for my live stream. I don't have an unhealthy relationship with alcohol, so that does not make me an alcoholic. And I think it's offensive to those who actually do struggle, and it's also painful for me because of what I grew up with. I grew up with a bunch of addicts and alcoholics. All right, you guys, it is time for bad choices. That's where I take 5 of these cards. They're very hectic questions, so let's get into it. So I'm just going to choose 5 random ones just to get them going. So here we go. Oh, all right, that's 5.
You could cut out the part where you pull the cards out, man.
All right, first one is, have you ever been punched in the face? That is a yes. Second one, would you get a lot of enjoyment?
Just not going to elaborate at all. Like one of the only interesting things she's brought up. Not going to talk about it.
From being a member of the opposite sex for a day? If it's only for a day, then yes. Do you think that you will age well? No, probably not.
Not much more.
Have you ever had more than 8 shots in one night? Probably like once or twice. Would you spend a night in a full porta potty for $10,000? Ooh, I don't know. Let me think. I hate a porta potty, but $10,000 is
Well, you'd have to get inside of it to start with.
really good. I think I would. I would literally sit in there and I just scroll Instagram. I don't know. Maybe vlog. So that is the end of this Let's Talk. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I know that I did. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Gross. Okay. So that is enough of that one. Let's just power on through to the next one. Next is, let's see. Let me make sure it's not going to hit me with an ad like it did that last time. Yep, it sure would have. See what I save you all from? I'm such a martyr, all the work I do for you. All right, so next is counting calories while ordering takeout. What I ate today. Episode 2. Make sure we got her on the 1.25. I almost wanted to put her on 1.5 in that last one. That was a little rough, but here she is. All right.
Another What I Ate Today video. This is episode 2. So if you guys don't know, based on my new weigh-in, I was doing the no diet. It didn't work for me, okay? That's an obvious. I feel like there is a version of Amberlynn where it could work, but it's not her right now. Like, no. If you hear my dog
It's not the real version that exists.
eating in the back, sorry about that. But sometimes I go to edit and I'm like, you hear Twinkie either like eating in the back or doing something. And I'm like, what is that noise? And I'm like, oh, that's Twinkie. But like to just some random person, they're probably like, what is that? Anyways, so instead of doing the no diet, I am counting calories on Noom. I really like Noom because I'm learning a lot of different things like about the psychology
Yeah, Noom's definitely going to work, guys.
of losing weight and foods and this and that and like nutrition because they have so many mini lessons. I mean, it's stuff that I already know for the most part, but there are things that I am learning and I like having that support. So in this What I Ate Today video, I will be showing you guys every single calorie that goes into my mouth. So if I have a meal in front of me, it means that I have already logged it into Noom. I log my calories into Noom even before I eat. So I actually have today planned. I planned all of my meals last night, already logged my calories.
So she counts her calories before she eats the food? It's kind of suspicious, right?
To know exactly what I was eating. Sometimes I do this because it helps me. There are times where I can be more structured and actually follow that. And then there are other times where I need to be a little more lenient with myself. So I do have 2 goals that I follow weekly. 2 water bottles a day, coming from someone who never drinks water. And I'm also allowing myself to order takeout 3 times a week. So I have not done it yet. My reset starts every Tuesday because those are my weigh-in days. And today is Thursday. Didn't order takeout Tuesday, didn't order takeout Wednesday. Am I gonna order it today? I already know the answer to that. Because I planned my meals last night, but you guys will see it in a little bit. So I like to edit as I go, and I realize as I'm editing this clip, I forgot to say how many calories that I am allotted for the day.
All right. Unfortunately, 1.5 is a little too fast. I wish it wasn't. But, or sorry, 1.5 is too fast. There we go. All right.
It wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to 3,400, which is kind of hecticana, to be honest, because my body is different. Like,
Yeah, you know better. You know better than the experts. Why not?
there is multiple reasons for this. I have talked about it ad nauseum. Long story short,
Ad nauseum.
your girl like went through menopause. Menopause changes your metabolism so much. It's insane. I also have lipedema, lymphedema, whatever. We don't have to get into it. Anyways, so I try very hard to stay near the 26, not
I'm just going to make a bingo card and put ad nauseum on it.
the 3,400. That freaks me out a little bit. So I just wanted to say like what I'm allotted so we know at the end of the day if I've reached that goal, if I've gone over, etc., etc. All right, let's get into my first meal. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal.
She eating out of a trash
I
bag?
planned my whole day around this. So it was last week sometime.
What a healthy thing to say. I planned my whole day around this food I'm going to eat. What a not concerning thing to say.
I was craving sushi, and so I ordered it from
Oh, sushi. So it's definitely going to be not real sushi, number one. And it's going to be fried.
some random place. I made sure to get somewhere that like had a really high rating because I am really picky when it comes to my sushi. So
Yeah, you got to be picky about that Oklahoma City sushi.
here's just like some soy sauce, chopsticks, but I use my fingers, not gonna lie. Yeah, so I'm picky when it comes to my sushi. So I got this place. I was really nervous. And you guys, it is the
I was nervous to try it.
best sushi I've
She's always so nervous to try new foods because she might not like it.
ever had. So this is a crunchy cali roll. This is 922 calories. I planned
For one thing, geez.
my whole day around it. So it is very high calorie. I'm able to eat in moderation and still fit everything into my goal for the day. So excited. Like, look
Oh, weird, look. It's fried. How'd I know?
how delicious. Just so you guys can see it a little better. Here, I'm gonna show you guys the inside. It's a little bit of avocado and like this
And also, not real sushi. How did I know?
crab salad mixture.
Imitation crab salad.
It's so good. That is so delicious. Who else loves ginger? I'm obsessed. So with this, I don't use soy sauce or anything. Like, it's literally that good. So as you can see, it is crispy around the edges because it's lightly fried. Like, lightly.
Yeah, just a little.
I've had like actual tempura and like overly fried sushi. Not really a fan of that, but this is just like perfect. It's just a very light fry. It's so good. And I forgot to say, because some people haven't had sushi before. Surprising, I know.
Girl, you haven't had sushi before.
All of that stuff right there that you see is rice and also a little bit of seaweed. So I'm gonna go eat this, and I'm gonna be watching on Hulu The Good American.
Great.
I am obsessed with it.
Neat.
It is so good. There's a new episode that I'm halfway through. It's freaking amazing, just like the sushi. Huh. And I forgot to say I'm having a water with my sushi. So a good way for me to get my water in, I tell myself this is the only thing you can drink before you have anything else because I am a diet soda girly. So I have to reach my goal before I drink anything else. So here's my first water bottle. All right, you guys, so I just took some trash to the dumpster. Now I'm going to be drinking my second water. All right, you guys, it is time for my next meal. And I'm going to be having actually leftovers that I made last night. So last night I made cheesy rice, which I have to actually just make right now, but I don't eat rice as leftover. I'm gonna set my phone down so I can actually open this.
I don't eat rice as leftover.
So I'm gonna make cheesy rice and then I have leftover
Because I believe everything I see on TikTok and think I'll get botulism and die because I ate rice that was made the day before.
broccoli, and then this is just lean ground beef.
Just eat that!
All right, you guys, my meal is finished. I had this last night and it's super...
That's so much rice. Like, you know those bowls are big because she showed us the bowls empty before. Like, it's half full of cheese rice.
satiating. It's a lot of
Is she holding that with her shirt? Is her shirt like wrapped around her hand and then she's using that to hold the bowl up?
food, and I'm obviously someone that eats... I'm literally using my dress because this bowl is hot.
There we go.
But I'm obviously someone who eats a lot of food, so I'm trying to make my meals
Obviously.
bigger, but still
That's so much rice. That's so much rice.
fit in my calories. So having things like broccoli and lean, because not lean,
That's like a whole box of rice-a-roni.
this would be way more calories. But in total, this is 770. I'm
No,
gonna switch
no,
hands
it is
here
not.
because I am left-handed. I want to take a couple bites here. I did put some tapatio on the broccoli. And there is a little bit of onion in the beef, and I seasoned it with pepper, minced garlic, and garlic salt. The rice with the beef, amazing.
Somebody look up what the cheesy rice-a-roni calories are. Like, Miranda, I know you want to do that. She's eating the whole box, for sure.
And then since I'm done with my waters, I'm drinking a Diet Coke, caffeine-free.
The worst possible Coke.
All right, you guys, this is just strictly for continuity reasons. It is literally the same day. I'm just about to shower, took my hair out of the braid, brushed it. I always brush my hair before I shower. So I just want people to know it is literally the same day.
See, I'm showering, you guys.
So I don't want people to see me in a different outfit. And they're like, girl, you're lying. I hate that I even have to do that, but anyways.
You don't have to.
I'm getting a little hungry, so after my shower, we are going to have my next meal. So I'll see you guys then. All right, you guys, so I'm out of the shower. We're kind of...
Did you, like, not dry your hair at all?
going backwards today. We're about to have breakfast
Did you just get out of a pool?
for dinner.
Did you just roll out of Toxic Shock Lake?
Let's get into it. Super simple, but some of you like watching me cook, so let's go. All right, so first things first, we're gonna have chorizo. It's like a chorizo sausage. So I'm just gonna be cutting it in slices like this.
Yep.
All right, so we have a pan, obviously. Gonna spray some Pam. I swear, every time I spray Pam, I'm like, oh no, are they gonna come for me? I literally just watched a vlog today where someone sprayed it on their food. And I don't really read comments, but I went and read comments. Nobody said anything about it. But when I did it, it was like a whole taboo thing. It was just so weird. All right, so I'm just
I am on record as defending her for having sprayed Pam on the food. It's not a big deal.
gonna add these.
Although that's a nonstick pan. You don't need it.
Smells amazing. So
Using the tool that's for pasta.
this is obviously fully cooked already, like when you get it in the package, but I like to make sure it's cooked. All right, I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit because
Just she cooks everything with the burner full blast.
we're about to cook some fried eggs. So with the chorizo, I'm gonna make 2 fried eggs. I'm gonna be adding pepper. Tiny.
Thank you for your service, Miranda. That's right. So that box of rice was $5.50, and then she had the steak and the broccoli's nothing, but all of that together was somehow only what, 700 calories? Is that what she said?
It's a bit of garlic salt.
That egg has like dust on it from how
They're
much
stuck
seasoning she
together.
put on it.
They're in love. Ooh, that is perfect. You guys know me. I like my eggs to be brown. All right, these are
I like my eggs to be brown.
perfect. Sometimes I like the yolk
It's just a perfectly browned egg.
runny. Sometimes I don't. All right, so here it is. My 2 fried eggs. My chorizo. We have a radish and some carrots.
Sure.
So this is 393 calories in total. I've been loving a raw carrot lately. Look at Twinkie. I'm telling you, radishes are so good. I should have put mustard on the plate. Chorizo. All right, this bite is for you guys. Wish you could
That's an entire egg.
try how amazing this is. You can actually. Just go to the store.
She just shoved the whole egg in her mouth.
Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. And I'm going to be having a Sprite Zero with this meal. All right, you guys, so
One bite egg.
it is snack time. I'm going to be having 2 of these salami mozzarella
Salami.
thingies. 3 is the serving, but I think 2 is the perfect amount for me. I'm also
Because I'm so dainty.
going to have some
I don't even eat a full serving, you guys.
baby carrots. And I just recently discovered these. They're so good. Like, if you like vanilla and like a hint
Vanilla.
of coconut, like an ice cream type deal, get this. So it's a frozen cream pop, but it's literally just like ice cream. And this is what it looks like. It is heavenly.
Gross.
So for this snack, it is 297 calories. And that is all I'm eating for the rest of the night. I'm going to be having
Classic salami ice cream combo.
one of these Glacier Freeze Zero Gatorades, ending the night at 2,382 calories. Really, just because my tripod's in here, this is where we're gonna do food for thought for this episode. So food for thought is just a way for me to reflect on the choices that I made today. So let's get into it. The last episode, I chose 5 random questions that I did come up with myself, and I realized after doing that video, I have dwindled it down to 3. If you had to improve
dwindled it down. This is another thing she does occasionally. She means whittled it down, but she says dwindled it down.
One thing about today's food intake, what would it be? Honestly, I feel like I did such a good job today. I am happy with every choice I made, but for reflecting purposes...
Yeah, you nailed it. That whole box of rice-a-roni. Great.
I guess the one thing I would change, I would have gotten just like one sushi roll instead of two. Was there a moment today that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? Honestly, no, because...
I didn't even think about that. So she had those 2 sushi rolls and then a whole box of rice. Big rice day for the girl.
Because I'm eating foods that are genuinely filling me up.
Lizzie, her hair is just covering the straps. It does look gross, but it is just a perspective thing.
Up, leaving me satisfied, so I'm not feeling like, oh my god, I'm gonna overeat, or uh-oh, I'm gonna fall off track. So I didn't feel that way at all today. Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? Absolutely. I stayed under my allotted calories. I allowed myself to have my little takeout meal while also cooking my other meals. I had freaking leftovers. You guys know I'm very weird about leftovers. I drank my water. I just feel like I did a really good job, in my opinion. Obviously, as time goes on, I will slowly, get better. But for what
This is a wildly unfortunate perspective that we have of her right here.
it's worth, I am proud of myself. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Gross.
Hello. Welcome to
No.
another What I Ate Today
No.
video. This is episode 2.
All right. Watching it once is enough. I can't deal with doing it twice. All right, so her post from today, let's see, it's Monday, so it's her weekly vlog, so it'd be the longer ones. I think I have time to get through this. It's called My Ex's Wife is Obsessed with Me. Great, why not? So that'd be Erica, right? Copying reaction channels, which she has been doing and is something I accused her of, and Calories at Bingo. Weekly vlog episode 3, because as it's been pointed out, she's not doing takeout, but she is eating fast food essentially at Bingo, but not counting that as takeout, even though it obviously is. Let's see if this one wants to go ahead and play an ad and mess with my stream
Welcome
here.
to a new weekly vlog. So I did not vlog anything. Yesterday was Monday. My weekly vlogs go from Monday to Sunday because it's the whole week. I needed a moment. I'm not gonna lie. I just needed a day to like reset mentally. I needed it so bad. So I didn't vlog, but we're here Tuesday. Hello. So I'm actually about to film my weigh-in for the day, and I'm actually gonna be playing an April Fool's joke on you guys in my weigh-in.
Her hilarious April Fool's joke of saying that she is going to be quitting YouTube and getting a real job and preserving her sanity by not being online anymore, which is what she actually should be doing.
No, that's dumb, but I'm kind of a dumb girly pop sometimes.
Yep.
And from my remembrance, I don't think I've ever done like an
From my remembrance,
April Fool's joke on you
Reads
guys.
all the
so I was like, you know
time.
what? I'm just going to do it for my weigh-in video since it's going to go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch the April Fool's joke, or you want to see like what my new diet is, because yes, we are doing a structured diet because the no diet was not working for me at all. So if you want to see my weigh-in and all that jazz, definitely watch my weigh-in video. But tonight I also have my live stream, my members live stream, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to do more tarot. Well, not tarot, but oracles with you guys because I know you guys enjoy that as well. I'm feeling a wee bit optimistic
I know I
about
enjoy
today's
it.
live stream. So I'm excited to come talk to you guys. And if you guys have not joined my members live stream, you definitely should, because I would love for you guys to be part of the stream queens. All right, you guys. So I just got off my live stream and I made myself a little meal. I made
you guys are the real stream queens.
some corn, potato, and steak.
Oh no, the potatoes that made her poop her pants.
And this was 570 calories, and I weighed everything. Starting in with my new habits of measuring my food and
How about you have a new habit of not using paper plates?
weighing it, which weighing is more reliable, so I'll probably stick to that. Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. I just filmed my Let's Talk video, and I'm finally about
Okay, I was about to say, didn't she wear this in the last one?
to have my first meal of the day. Be proud of me. I'm actually eating leftovers. So I made sure to make enough potatoes, and this is a lean steak, so good. I made sure to make enough. Why am I
But she's not a meat gorly, you guys.
using my fingers? I don't know, but I made sure to make enough for today. Also have a fried egg and radish. I love radish so much. I'm gonna be quite transparent right now. I have not been in the vlogging mood. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure I cooked this. Oh yeah, I cooked it perfectly. The yolk, yes. Sometimes
You're gonna eat it in one
I
bite?
want yolk, sometimes I don't. Today is a big fat yes.
All right, today's not a whole egg at once day.
By the way, I'm counting calories. I'm having to measure all my food. All of this came out to 470 calories. Hell yeah. Potatoes are so low calorie, it's crazy. But yeah, I just have not been in the vlogging mood. I don't really know what it's about. I'm still going to keep to my schedule though, of course, but I just don't know what the rest of this week is going to look like in the form of this vlog. So I actually had my therapy appointment on Monday, and we haven't started the DBT section of it all, because she's still just trying to like get to know me and stuff like that. And we talked a lot about
Drives me nuts that she never explains for her audience what that means. It's behavioral therapy.
like my disassociation, like when it started and all
Dissociation. It's not disassociation.
that type of stuff. So it's honestly really scary for me, I'm not gonna lie. It started when I was a little girl. It happens when I'm in like high stress situations. It feels like I am just like watching myself from the outside. Like it's like life is happening to me and there's nothing I could do about it. And it's scary. I feel like detached from my body. And I opened up a bit about it like after me and Celine broke up and like I was moving here, living alone for the first time in my life. I did open up to you guys about it then. And I noticed lately it's been happening again. I'm just gonna go eat this. I don't want to bother you guys with my nonsense, but
Now you don't want to bother us with your nonsense?
I'm just having a little struggle bus time. And thankfully I have a therapist to listen to me and to help me cope a little bit, you know? All right, you guys, so we have an Amazon haul. 3 days ago, I was supposed to have a Fitbit delivered, but I literally cannot find it in the package room. Sometimes this does happen where they put the package in
Wouldn't this be like her 5th Fitbit / Apple Watch? She's had at least 2 Apple Watches. Where are those?
the wrong spot, because how it's all combobulated in there, it's definitely different. You have to go a searching. And I literally can't find it. So they might not have delivered it for real. So I'm just gonna give it a few
For real?
more days. And if I can't find it, I'm gonna contact customer service. Sometimes they have to do an audit in the package room, blah, blah, blah. But I really wanted that damn Fitbit because I'm gonna start tracking my steps. I'm super excited for that. But anyways, let's get into the haul. So I got some of these little Swiffer dust things because I needed more of those. And it's just like so random. It's like things that I know that I need, but I forget to get them when I'm at the grocery store. So if you have long hair and you use scrunchies, you know that they get up and walk away and then you can't find them. So I got a whole pack of 50 and I actually really like them. I was gonna take one out, but it's this type of deal. It literally is perfect. Sometimes scrunchies are like
How about you wear a shirt we can't see through? Why don't you try that?
too loose, too tight, but this is like perfecto. Recommend. So when I use my air fryer, I normally just like clean it when I'm done, but it's a hassle. And people are like, Amberlynn, have you ever heard of like the air fryer thingy-majigger? Air fryer liners, to be exact. And I was like, no. So I got some, but they're too big. And this was the smallest one because I do have a different air fryer now. When I give you guys a little tour of my new kitchen stuff, I'll show my new air fryer. But sadly, these are too big, even though
It's gonna be that Drew Barrymore air fryer. Like, why wouldn't it be? I could call it right now. That's what it's gonna be.
were the smallest size. So I don't have any of these, so I definitely needed some. It's just to help to keep bags shut, like bags of carrots, radish, chips,
I'm familiar with things that come in bags, thank you.
whatever it may be. I got these really cute pink hoop earrings. So these next 2 earrings that I'm about to show you, I thought they were a little bit bigger, but they're kind of small. I think I'll be okay, but they just look weird because I like the really big hoops. I guess I'll be all right.
Yeah, you gotta have your giant hoop earrings on for standing in your apartment.
So on the front, it's like these black rhinestones, and then inside here, it's like regular rhinestones, silver ones. Isn't that so pretty? And then the other pair is literally just silver and the rhinestones on
I have headphones on so I can hear it, but there's like a crazy amount of background noise going on right now in her video.
the inside and outside are the same. And then I also got this set. It's a set of notebooks. They all come together. I did not buy them separate, don't worry. So this is what they look like.
Why would it matter if you got them separately or together? It's still too many and you don't need them.
I put them in order of my least favorite to my favorite.
And of course they have to be in some kind of order.
They're all so stinking adorable. Like, look how freaking cute. That's my all-time favorite. Like, oh my god, are you joking? And then with the notebooks, it actually comes with some pens, but I gave 2 of them to my mom already. So we have a bow pen. We have a pen with bows that says I'm just a girl. That's so me coded. And then 2 more bow pens.
I had to do it myself because I don't have the sound effect pulled up.
So it came with 6, but I gave 2 to my mom, like I said. But look how adorable. It's cherries and bows. Next day, I'm actually filming my what I ate today video. I'm looking like it's not my day. I wear makeup so much, but like I need to have some days to like breathe. So today's the day. And yes, my hair's in a braid. I'm like scared to have my hair in a braid. I'm scared to exist. There's like reaction channels thinking I'm stalking them. There's other reaction channels thinking they're the people who invented braids and that they're the only people who ever do braids. And I'm like, what is...
Why is the AirPod in? Like, really? Why is it in? I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know. But like, maybe, is she using it as the microphone for the video? Because sometimes she doesn't have it in and the audio sounds the same. So like, why is it possibly just in all the time?
What's happening right now? Like, I have been doing braids since the beginning of time. I've been doing this type of braid and like side braid my whole life. But like two pigtails. I've done that so many times, I can't even think straight. And like, I just don't
Well, that's not why you can't think straight.
understand that. Like, why can't we just go back to like nitpicking Amberlynn instead of thinking I'm obsessively stalking someone or obsessively copying someone? Like, braids have been around forever. I'm 34 years old. I've always done braids. And
I will applaud the amount of work she's doing here to go find those screenshots and edit them in. That is way more work than we used to get from her.
also, the same person who thinks that I am copying the braids, by the way, this comes from someone messaging me on Instagram, which I'll show you here. So I had to watch it. The same person who thinks I'm copying them when it comes to braids, they think I'm copying them because I decided to start drinking water. Isn't everyone supposed to drink water and I just have been flopping? Like, I did not grow up and learn to drink water. It was always drink
Well, you've definitely grown up and out.
milk. It's weird because when I lived with my parents before I was put into foster care, they always wanted me to drink milk. And then even when I
Milk.
went into foster care, the choice was either milk or juice. 9
Milk.
times out of 10. Like, it was never like water. The only time I remember drinking water as a kid was when I was put on this weird diet. I was in an all-girls group home. I was 10 years old. And the two things that they told me to do was you get your own milk. It's like a lower fat milk. So I had my own big gallon of milk because all the girls in the group home drink milk, but it was just like normal milk. And then
I feel like she's saying milk as much as possible just so she could keep saying it wrong and driving me insane.
the other thing was they wanted me to chug a bunch of water before every meal. I said, okay. So that was like my first diet ever at the age of 10, but that did not last long, I can tell you that. But water has never just like been in my, vicinity. I've never been taught to drink it. And I go through phases as an adult where I drink a lot of water and then I stop. This reaction
Water's never been in her vicinity. It's always been hard to get. It's never just around all the time, always.
channel thinks that I'm copying everything they do and we're all supposed to be drinking water. And it's like, I didn't know you wore your hair in braids. I'm sorry, question mark, question mark. Like, it's something I've always done. I don't know. That was just like a little mini rant. Excuse me for that.
For once, she was actually smart enough to not say who the reaction channel was and not, drive more traffic to that person's channel.
So I just got out of the shower
Gross.
and I literally already have my AirPod in. I'm listening to Trisha Paytas' podcast. Jeff is on this episode. Personally, for me, I think they're like a hoot together. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, I just feel like there's like the perfect amount of like awkwardness. I don't know. I could see them being like their own podcast together. I just don't think that they'll
Woof.
ever do it. I know Jeff and Tana flirted with the idea, but they never did it either. Who's with me? Do you miss frenemies? That was the best thing to ever happen to the internet. Besides Amberlynn Reid, of course. I'm looking a mess. So I'm filming my what I ate today video. Look at Twink. Yeah, you're such a perfect baby. I just don't even understand like how I got so lucky. So I'm having fried egg, chorizo, radish. I've been obsessed lately. Carrots, also been obsessed. Like, what's happening? And a fried egg.
Egg.
I've said it so much that it doesn't even sound real anymore. But a fried egg just sounds so good lately. So I've been eating those. It's a good source of
I guess she's miraculously not allergic to them anymore. That's good.
protein, plus they're freaking tasty as hell. But what I was going to ask you guys, every single year when I send my taxes to the IRS and then I do my federal taxes as well, I always get
What?
a check from the IRS with like the exact same amount of money every year. Why are they sending me money? It's so weird. It's literally just a random check. You want a carrot?
Does she really not understand how taxes work? Also, why is she getting a refund?
Yeah. But yeah, it's literally just a random check and there's no explanation on it or anything, but okay.
Is she collecting Social Security?
Hello, it's the next day. I forgot to put on my rings. I feel naked without them. So I am wearing this lace thing, which I wore a few days ago, but thank God for laundry. And this is a similar dress. It's literally the same dress, different
She would have to write off like absolutely everything she buys all year to get a return. Because she's not paying in through the year. It's not like she's a W-2.
color. I was just really vibing with the look. So I was like, I'm gonna wear that to bingo night. So I do have to go to the USPS. We're going to bingo. I'm super excited.
Thanks, Miranda. That makes sense.
This box is still here because I'm still getting rid of kitchen stuff. I'm trying to go through kitchen stuff, and then when I buy new kitchen things like pots, pans, a whole cooking utensil set, a whole new knife set, like I like
I would never pay taxes in advance because I'm a regular poor person. So that makes sense that she would do that.
to wash all of that before you use it, and then I'm gonna put it away. I'm in this like out with the old, in with the new routine while also still trying to keep up with everything else around the house. All right, you guys, so since I'm counting calories, I thought something that could be fun is to tell you guys what I had at bingo and how many calories it was. So these pretzels were my mom's because we both got
These weren't mine. Don't worry about it.
an appetizer. You will
They don't count because they weren't mine.
see mine in a minute, but she
Also, they weren't takeout.
wanted me to try one. So the one that's bitten off, that one is mine. For my appetizer, I got this mini quesadilla. It's a cheese quesadilla.
For my appetizer.
So good. I had a little bit of sour cream. You guys know me, I'm a dry girl. And a little bit of salsa because I do like some spice. Super freaking tasty. And then they have these chocolate chip cookies that are divine. Usually I have 3, but I only had 2. I was very proud of myself.
What a hero.
So I gave the other one to my stepdad and he enjoyed it. And
Not your stepdad.
then a couple hours later for my actual meal, I got potato wedges
None of that other food is my actual meal.
and chicken strips. I did not eat the bread though, so keep that in mind for my calories. That was not
Yeah, the half slice of bread was the problem there, sure.
8. And I did dip it in just the tiniest bit of ranch. So for calories, it did come out to a banger, not gonna lie. So I had no cheese with the pretzel, so it was 101 calories. Quesadilla, 322.
How are you figuring that out? Like, how are you figuring 101 calories?
Sour cream, 23. Ranch, 64. Chicken strips were 307. Potato wedges was 226. Cookies, 170. Came out to 1,213. Thankfully, I have hundreds of calories for wiggle room because Noom wants me to eat upwards to like 3,400, and I usually try to stay below 2,600. So give or take, these are the calories.
Really think about that. Think about the fact that 3,400 calories. It's the high end, but it's still within the range of calories she could eat in a day and still lose weight. I mean, we all know like the average is like 2,000, right? For just the general rule of thumb. She could eat a time and a half of the average amount of calories for a day and still lose weight, which means when she's maintaining or gaining, she's eating way more than that.
And I just stayed on track for the rest of the day surrounding that. Hello, it is the next day. Today we are wearing a Sabrina Carpenter perfume.
Sure.
Some people say this smells like cherry medicine. I get the vibe. I do. So me and my mom were actually gonna go to my grandma's house and play some cards, and then last minute my grandma calls my mom and literally is like, can we go to the casino? So we're going to the casino. I haven't gone since the beginning of January. And a week ago I won $500, but I tipped big. So I still have a few $100s just floating around in my wallet. And it's like, that's what I used on bingo last night. And I also bought my friend, my stepdad, and my mom some bingo games last night. So it's like
Her friend, her mysterious friend.
everything I've been doing has been off of those winnings. I'll be chugging water in my closet. Who remembers like a year and a half ago, me drinking alcohol in my closet? Why am I this person? Oh. I'm now on White Claws. People drink just stuff.
Yeah, her mom's definitely just traded the, we'll call them previous addictions for bingo and casino. But I mean, sounds like her grandma's big old casino head too, so that's cool. So, you know, I guess you could argue which one's worse. Obviously, the drugs are worse, I think, but it's definitely, it's an unhealthy amount that they have to get that rush from something, for sure.
Funsies, like just for funsies. So there's no crisis, there's no cry for help.
Because they're in Oklahoma City. It's not like they're in just some bum city with nothing to do. You know, it's not like when Amber was in gay care and they lived legit in the middle of nowhere.
We've made progress, folks. Yes, we have. Right, I'm ready. My mom is about to be here, and I keep looking around. I'm like, am I forgetting anything? I like to leave some of the lights on for the fur babies, but sometimes I get spook-magooked by the dark, just like their mamas. All right, so we are at the casino now. I think me and my mom are actually gonna get something to eat, because neither of us have eaten
I can't believe it.
today.
Neither of us have ate today. Also, I read all the time and I write all the time and I'm so literate, but we haven't ate yet today.
Sorry, it's super windy in Oklahoma lately. So we're gonna eat at some place inside of this casino, which I've never ate here before. I'm a little nervous.
Eaten!
I did chug a water bottle in hopes that it would keep me full. I know that's not the greatest thing to do, but like, think of your calories as like money that you have in the bank. You know, do you want to spend it really early in the day, or do you want to wait more later at night? Because once those calories are gone, there's nothing you can do about it. Just like, once that money's gone, you have no more money, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so me and my mom are waiting for our food, and we go to the Newcastle Casino or Remington, it just depends. But my mom's been coming here for...
All right, just so you guys know, those are the casinos. If you just happen to ever be there waiting to see if she shows up.
literally years, and she's never been this far down. She didn't even realize it was this big, neither did I. Because we always stay in this little tiny spot. This place is massive. I swear we walked a mile just to get to
I've been
it.
down here, but I didn't come this way. I come in like the door right there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's huge.
It's literally massive. Like, I didn't even realize it.
Oh, hi guys. long time no see.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got some Diet Coke.
I got nothing. I don't drink liquids very often.
Yeah, she doesn't drink liquids very often. People have came for me like, why don't you drink a lot of water? I think it's like in the family where we just don't drink a lot of liquid.
Oh, so your mom is like the queen dry girl. She's not having liquids even at all, ever.
Oh no, I don't drink liquid at all.
Yeah, she
It's so weird to just eat meals and not have anything to drink. But all right. I mean, it's not good for you, because that means she's not drinking water either.
doesn't drink like liquid at all, let alone water.
I drink coffee.
I try to motivate her to drink water, not myself. I have gotten better with that though.
Sometimes helping other people helps yourself.
That's very true. I got catfish tacos. That looks tasty.
And I got
A salad.
chili lime salad.
Yeah, chili lime. I'm not really a lime fan. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I guess you wouldn't have got it if you're not a fan of it.
That looks good, Amber.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that was the best catfish tacos I've ever had, but I'm not gonna have any of the chips and salsa because I tried the salsa and it literally, my mom said it and she's right, it tastes like literally tomato paste. It is disgusting, but the food was really good. Do you like it, Mom?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, this doesn't count as takeout either, you guys. Don't worry about it. And somehow she'll know exactly how many calories it was magically.
Come on.
All this activity of pushing a button over and over again.
What? Because my square bread. Oh, I like this one. Oh my god.
Riveting.
All right,
Great
so my mom's
content.
actually stopping to get herself some cigarettes, and then we're gonna actually meet my friend at bingo. My stepdad's going. Yeah, it's been a good night.
He's not your stepdad.
And I know it's going to be a good day. My grandma, she won pretty good at the casino, so that was awesome. Me and my mom did not, and my stepdad did a little bit, so that's kind of cool. My mom
He's not your stepdad.
and I are trying to come up with like different things to do instead of always just like bingo. I really want to go mini golfing, and the weather is getting a little bit better. Weirdly enough, it's supposed to snow today, which I'm like, girl, what? The other day it was 80 degrees.
Girl, what?
I don't understand what's happening, but yeah, we're looking for things to do, like maybe go to the movies again, bowling. Bowling's kind of hecticana because then you have to wear other people's shoes, and that's kind of gross.
Yeah, that's why you can't do it.
Like I used to go bowling a lot as a kid, but like as an adult, thinking about putting my feet where hundreds of other people have, it's kind of a weird concept when you actually sit down and think about it. But you know what, bowling's fun.
Well, it'd be the one event where you wore the right shoes because you'd be forced to.
You guys, I'm walking in the parking lot and I just had to show you, look how close these two cars.
Wow,
Art.
amazing.
I don't know, I just had to show you.
I won't make you laugh.
Yes, you will. Okay,
Casino straight to bingo. This is a wild day.
wait, are we on G50? This is 3 straights, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Twinkie just peeing all over the apartment. And doing pull tabs. Pull tabs are a regional thing, so a lot of people probably don't know what they are. You just get that cardboard thing that she's holding, and then you literally just rip open the tabs and see if you won. That's it. It's like, it's as dumbed down of a version of gambling as you can get. And so she's doing those while she's playing bingo. So technically, she's had 3 different versions of gambling today.
33.
I mean, she gambles with her entire existence every second of her life, but you know what I mean.
Hello. So I've actually been home for a little bit now and I was just checking up on things. And with my new YouTube schedule, I decided because I post on my community tab weekly, twice weekly. I post like a few days before Tuesday to let you guys know like what time I will be going live. And then I also post on there for my Let's Talk. So it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me whatever you want. And I was realizing last night, like, damn, my community tab area is like genuinely such a mess.
Oh yeah, I noticed this the other day. Her community tab is gone.
I had stuff way back from like 6 years ago, and there was just hundreds of like posts that were just like nonsense, old news. And I thought since I use my community tab, I just don't want all of that in there anymore. So I sat and I deleted every single thing one by one. Took a while, but now it's nice and clear. And now it's like the only things that need to be up there are things that are like relevant to like current time. So I'm sitting here working on some of my Lego, as you can see here.
Great.
But people have always been like, Amberlynn, what do you mean you have an egg intolerance? I'm not allergic to eggs, but
Yeah, no kidding.
Sometimes eggs make me feel extremely sick. As a little girl, it wasn't so bad.
So sick that I'm eating 2 of them every day.
And then in my like teenage, young adult era, it got way worse. And then in my like late 20s, it got even worse. And I don't know what happened, but in my 30s, it slowly has gotten better. So I've been able to like eat more eggs.
It's a miracle. Finally, you can eat more. What a miraculous recovery.
And enjoy them more. Something that helps a lot is if I scramble them to death or fry them to death or
You would do that anyway. That's how you make everything.
hard boil them to death. So I'm saying like overcook them. It helps drastically. I have been experimenting a little bit and I have been having more of like a runny yolk here and there. So tonight for dinner,
Experimenting with eating. Amber putting on her lab coat to not cook an egg to death.
because I had lunch way earlier with my mom. For dinner, I had breakfast for dinner and I made my fried eggs more runny this time. And I feel so sick. Like I feel like I have the flu. I'm extremely.
You feel so sick because you expected to. And now look at what's happened. What a weird coincidence.
Like nauseous. I'm telling you, like I'm about to go throw up type of deal. Like I feel extremely hot. Like I have a fever even though I know I don't.
Well, you probably are extremely hot.
And my stomach is like on and off cramping really bad. So that is what I mean by egg intolerance. And sometimes it's a gamble. Like my mom experiences the same thing actually, where it's like a gamble. It's like, do you want to see if it's going to work out this time or no? And this time my body is not reacting good. But I'm telling you, it has gotten so much better. So I didn't even think it was a gamble, like at all. But I guess for some reason, tonight it was, and it does not feel good. I feel truly miserable. So I'm just going to watch some American Idol and do some Lego. I wanted to finish
American Idol is still on?
this Lego this week, but I don't think that's going to happen because I know the people who enjoy my Lego updates, y'all want me to move on to other stuff.
Which is nobody.
And I don't blame you. I've just been like busy and like distracted and like focusing on other things.
Busy. So busy. Just swamped.
So sometimes I go through like Lego things where I'm telling you I'm building like multiple a week. And then sometimes
Multiple?
one literally takes months. But this one is really hard. This one is more of like a they call it like a technic. Girl, I could be using the wrong word right now. I don't even know. It's just supposed to be like even harder than like the hardest of the Lego, if that makes sense. Like it's supposed to be like very detailed. Like it's harder than like hard.
Is she still talking about that car?
I don't know what I'm saying. I literally feel super ill, so I don't even know why I'm speaking right now. But everyone's like, Amberlynn, your egg intolerance, I need you to explain. I don't understand. So I just figured I'd give you guys a real live update on that because I feel awful. Like I think I might need to go
to the ER.
Puke, to be honest. So it's been a couple hours and I already feel a million times better. Like that sickness feeling comes on almost instantly, but it also leaves rather quickly too. So anyways, I'm about to get ready for bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, jump scare. I'm at the grocery store.
It was.
And I just met the sweetest subscriber. She was so pretty with the cutest little piercings. But yeah, it's super sweet. Like every time I come to the store, I'm recognized a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you're hard to miss.
Hello, we're in my fridge because we gotta talk. So in my weigh-in video, when I was eating this meal, where I said it was 777 calories, you can see here. But in total, this is 770. I saw a lot of people say that's way more than 770 calories. I know how to count calories. When I'm doing it, I actually know what I'm doing. This is the lean meat that I use. It's extra lean. So for a serving, it is 112 grams for only 140 calories. So in this is super easy. There's only 4 servings in this. So I like to cut it in half and then I cut it in half again. So it's 4 servings. But with that specific bowl, I had about a serving and a half, a little more than that, all measured and weighed. Because on here, again, it says 112 grams is a serving. The serving is 85 grams for 30 calories. And I had a little under a serving.
Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that it was even frozen broccoli. I mean, fine, whatever, but still. It's just, I don't know why I assumed she did it the not lazy way.
Says it right there. And then my favorite part, the rice. People are freaking out. I use these little cups because they're very handy. They're fulfilling.
Yeah, and how many cups was that?
Super tasty. I cannot change overnight. I am trying to literally stop ordering takeout daily, multiple times a day, to cooking majority of my meals.
Okay, well, you ate food at bingo and you ate food at the casino and you're not calling that takeout, so you're doing a bad job.
I'm gonna be having things like this. I'm also someone who spent her whole entire life eating thousands and thousands of more calories than I'm supposed to. So that is why every single time I try to diet, I'm always allotted these high amount of calories. To be successful, I need to satiate myself. I cannot sit there and eat salad all day. It's not gonna work. One of these is 250 calories. Sometimes I have one. If I'm feeling extra hungry
You did not have one.
and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off track, which then leads to more thousands and thousands of calories, which I don't want to do, I will have 2 at a time because it fits in my calories. I know what I'm doing. I know how to log. I have a food scale that is very reliable. You guys looking at a bowl of food, you guys can't guesstimate that. You don't have the labels. You don't know how much it weighs. You also don't know the ingredients or anything like that. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've had something in front of me that was so...
Okay, so she did have 2. And I was assuming she had the box, but again, my mistake for assuming she would have done it the more difficult way and had to make something from the box. I should have anticipated the fact that there was a super dumb easy way to make it, which was the cups.
Blatantly obvious of how many calories it was just because I had the nutrition label right in front of me. And people are like, nope, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to count calories. Yes, I get it. I am over 500 pounds. I'm fully aware of that. But that does not mean I don't know how to count calories. And when I am counting calories, I do it.
I mean, if anything, it means she'd be better than counting calories than most because she has the most experience with having to do it.
Accurately. Because why am I going to waste my time? I hate counting calories. I hate weighing my food. So when I'm doing it, I'm doing it accurately and I'm doing it for a reason. But this is one of the very reasons why I hate doing what I ate today videos, especially when I'm counting calories, because people are always thinking I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I have done it for majority of my life. I've done it for over 2 decades, 2 decades and a half. I do know how to count calories. So stop coming for me because it makes you look dumb. And you know what else is dumb? When your ex's wife is so insanely obsessed with you that they
great segue.
Buy the same sweater as you and they constantly post about you on their Instagram. Like, bro, your wife cheated on you with me. Like, do you know how many times they couldn't wait for you to leave so they could call me? Like, you have a gross wife. You have a cheater of a wife who lied to us both. But you're mad at me? Your wife and you tried to troll me, but your wife fell in love. Like, that's pitiful. That's pathetic.
Disgusting.
You stay bothered and you stay obsessed, and it's getting a little cringe. And
it's funny because Amber thinks this makes her look good to do this. Like, to bring this up. Like, you were the other side of that cheating. But okay, I guess you think that makes you look like the good guy here.
A little out of hand. All right, you guys, so here's a weekly build update. I have about 60 steps left. I did work on it a bit this week. Probably a good thing it's taken me a while because I'm telling you, sometimes I get super obsessed and I spend way too much money on Lego and builds in general. All right, you guys, so it is time for my Oracle reading for the week.
All right.
And I chose my 3 decks. So I've realized that since I've been doing this for a few years now, I've only ever really...
A few years now, and we've never heard of it. Ever. We're supposed to believe you've been doing this for years now. Okay.
Read on myself. And I feel connected to my tarot deck, especially for just me. And I realize I'm starting to feel the same way with my Oracle decks. Like, I can read people that, like, I'm really close to, but, like, strangers online, I literally feel like there's, like, this disconnect. So I think I'm even...
So you're saying you feel like you don't know strangers online? That's weird. Especially since half the time you move them into your apartment, or vice versa.
I'm just gonna, like, stop doing that on my live streams. Like, I can't. So for this week's reading, I'm gonna do a Believe in Your Own Magic, Feminine Wisdom, and a Love one. So I'm going to be shuffling, which I will edit all of that out. The only shuffle you will see is when the universe is telling me to choose a card.
How is this the universe telling... Okay, all right.
All right, so for the
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely not in control of which card is sticking out.
first one,
Okay.
I got Princess. You can be your own knight, which is actually card number 1. And number 1 is my favorite number. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from.
Escaping from.
Rest assured, you have
Even looking right at the word says it wrong.
the power within you to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do better. All right, so this one
You needed the book to explain to you what it said on that card explicitly?
is love, life's purpose. That is such a pretty card. And this is number 30, and 3s are actually a very lucky number in my family. Make the relationship with yourself your number 1 priority. Nurture yourself with kindness, empathy, and grace. Listen to your needs and choose to respond. Only when we truly love ourselves can we love others too. How we love ourselves is how we invite others to treat us. Replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations is the key to happiness. Affirmation: I am love. Weirdly,
Good thing you had that card and book to tell you to be nice to yourself. Otherwise, how would you have known?
Enough. Speaking of love, I chose to do a love reading. So I've never done that one with you guys here in a video. So.
Oh, but she said she's never going to have a girlfriend ever again.
I got possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. These cards are telling me to love myself first by nurturing myself.
For a change.
I will be able to have a fulfilling relationship in the future whenever I feel like having one. Self-love and self-care is extremely important. Don't forget to take care of you. And I think that goes for a lot of people watching as well. I feel like it's easy to get caught up in other people or get caught up in life that we forget to take care of ourselves. And we forget
ourselves
to put ourselves
caught up in ourselves. Reads all the time, everybody.
First sometimes. Not even that. We just like forget to love ourselves, really. I'm gonna speak for myself and say sometimes I take myself for granted. To find that, like, you have to reflect a lot, and I have been doing a lot of journaling. I started daily journaling back in 2021. I've always loved writing, but it wasn't until 2021 that's when I like actually started to daily journal. So I do a lot of reflecting, and within that, like, I do take myself for granted. And I take a lot of things for granted because I think we just go about our day-to-day life every single day and we forget to stop and think of the things that we are thankful for and
so wise
and grateful for. So I try to like do a lot of like, these are the things I'm grateful for, especially when I'm journaling. And even with like people in my life, like I noticed my mom the other day, she just needed a little more pep in her step and some positivity. So I stopped.
So this is actually going to be a story about how gracious and nice Amberlynn is. Wait for it.
And I said, Mom, what are some things that you're thankful for? And she stopped and she said them, and she said that it helped her. So I think if you ever feel...
And there it is. It's really a little story about how great Amber is and how she made her mom's day better.
Like, life is too much, and there's just so many negative things with the world and yourself and things going on in your life. If you genuinely just stop and be like, what are 3 things that either make me smile, I'm grateful for, thankful for, just 3 positive things in my life, it'll immediately just like give you some sort of light feeling. It'll make you realize that whatever headspace you're in, because sometimes it feels like life is all bad, it'll make you realize that there's a lot of beauty and good in life too. Anyways, that was like a ramble, a rant there. I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Gross. All right, so we did it. We're all caught up with Amber. That was her video from today. So we are all caught up in the Amberverse. Tomorrow will be her members only live stream, so we'll have nothing new to watch then. But that's okay. So far, she has been sticking to her schedule, so credit where it's due to her on that. It's been, what, 2 weeks? So, I mean, we did it. We did it together, and I appreciate you guys being here. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you haven't liked this stream, go ahead and do that now. Maybe that'll help the robots push it out to people, and they can see what we got going on over there. If you like what is happening over here at Six Bacons Industries, I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff that you do. I've been Six Bacons. You all did a great job. And I will see you in the next one.